Yeah, I took piano when I was a kid, and I don't remember liking it all that much. My parents were, they had a lot of classical music albums, and then a lot of sort of just, pop things that were big in like the 1970s and 80s, like John Denver, Crystal Gayle, you know what I mean? And so music I wouldn't say it was that big a part of my life until I was 15 or 16 years old, really. And that's when I started getting into the great trumpet players that I still really admire.
Oh yeah. Do you remember what made you want to play the trumpet?
Well, initially I started taking lessons with a teacher who was really into, some of the great jazz trumpet players like Lee Morgan, Freddie Hubbard, and he would send me home with CDs. And I think one of the first things that got me really into wanting to play was just discovering how different people could sound on the same instrument, like that really. I remember thinking it about Lee Morgan and Woody Shaw specifically, and then I remember thinking a bit about like hearing. I had a Charlie Parker record, and then my teacher gave me a record with Eric Dolphy on it, and then just the ways they sounded similar, but how differently they made their instruments sound was what really attracted me to playing music to begin with.
Do you remember the moment that you decided that you were going to be doing music for a career?
It's hard. I would always get really into things when I was a kid. Like from the time I was like 11 to like 13, I wanted to be an inventor and make things. And then from the time I was 13 till about 15, I wanted to be a professional boxer. I was really into like combat sport things. And then when I realized I didn't like getting hit in the face that much, I really sort of put my energy into music. So like as soon as I shifted my focus that way, it happened pretty quickly for me. Like I was probably around 15 or 16 and studying with the teacher I really liked, and he really inspired me. And it was probably around then when I decided I wanted to be a professional musician.
When you first started your musical journey, who would you say were your